they had the opportunity,
back
they could
to
not.
the power-related matters. And this has been a bit of a problem with our politics. We kicked the NDC out for specific reasons.
I agree.
Okay?
Yes. That they could not implement free SHS?
It means they are not the benchmark. They are not the standard bearer. By what you're saying, you agree fundamentally that if we did that, it means the yardstick that will be used to measure you is not necessarily whether they fared better or worse on the corruption perception index, on the economy, on sanitation, on this or that. Yes, people will weigh, but in the end, we expect much better from, it's not about them, it's about what you could have delivered. Do you agree with me?
Ben, I agree with you in part. And I would explain the aspects of your submission I agree with. Okay. Yes, when you give leadership to somebody, you have high expectation. So, to that extent, you have every cause to complain when things are not going the way you expect. So, for instance, if MPP could not implement free SHS, Ghanaians would have questioned them that, oh, you promised free SHS. Where is it? You've disappointed us. But they've done so. When
you couldn't institute $1 million per constituency, could you?
2, fisher folks needed landing beach sites. NDC could not do it. We promised that we would do it. They were supposed to do 6. We promised to do 6. Today, we are doing 13. Are Ghanaians happy with that? Yes, the fisher folks. They said, oh, they will take you, that you did well. Nursing and teacher training allowance. They said that they will cancel it. They did cancel it. We promised we were going to do it. Question is, have we done it? We have done it. If you come to an NHIS, the National Health Insurance, you recall that in the 8 years of NDC, the system of record keeping was so poor that service providers could be owed several months. And you go to hospital and you are told that the NHIS card would not be accepted. So people even abandon. The records are there. Where the usage, the patronage, had gone down to just around 1.5 million. Today, what do we see? Astronomical increase in the patronage of health insurance because the system is in place to pay. Now, there are areas of disappointment, like you said.
But you know the NHIS has its own struggles. I mean, I told you, I had Dr. Da Costa.
I am saying that in spite of...
We know what challenges.
Ben, do you want this conversation to flow? I'm saying that in spite of the challenges, we've chalked some good success, which you know. We've chalked some successes, which you know. And I'm saying that the fact that the patronage, the use, the reliance on the NHIS policy has increased should tell you that something good is happening there. Now, service providers are being paid on time. Do we still have complaints of several clinics, hospitals being owed several months without being paid? No.
Actually, all right? Yes. You don't get me when I interject. It is, what you're saying is right. So many hurdles have been crossed. But when you say things like, do we have several? Yes, actually. There are a number of them. But the good thing is, like I had Dr. Da Costa here, between 180 million and 250 million is being paid every month. He was here himself calling on the finance minister to do more. So many strides have been made, but you must admit that some challenges still exist. That's all I'm saying.
You see, maybe you are also not following. I admit that we do not have a perfect system, but we have it, we've done better than we came to meet. That point must also be made. And I'm saying that if hospitals were complaining bitterly, you go to a hospital and they turn you down because they say that government owes them several months and they are not paying, so you should go back home. I'm saying that from what we know in Parliament, the records that you also know from the chief executive, the situation has significantly improved. It's a matter of fact. So we must admit that. Now, there are other challenges in the economy that people complain of, and that is where I'll come back to your next point. So if somebody complains about it, rightly so, he has to complain. But I'm saying that to the extent that we are going into a competition, and in that competition, that yesterday's failure is the one coming up to say that, oh, you see, they could not perform, so give me the chance. It's important to remind those who are going to take a decision that this man who claims that give me the chance cannot do it better. For that one, we need to make that point clear. We can no more keep quiet. It doesn't mean that if we say so, we are saying so in bad faith. No. But it is important that you remind the decision makers that the alternative is scary. The alternative is worse.
And